When you first learn math, you see things like 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. Or you might see 6 plus 1 is equal to 7. Or you might see 8 minus 2 is equal to 6. And in all of these, you might think that the equal sign just says, hey, give me the answer. Figure out what 2 plus 3 is. 2 plus 3, well, the answer is 5. 6 plus 1, the answer is 7. 8 minus 2, the answer is 6. That's not quite right. What the equal sign is saying is that what's on the left side is the same amount, the same quantity as what is on the right-hand side. It's saying that 2 plus 3 is the same thing as 5. And you didn't have to write it this way. You could have written 5 is equal to 2 plus 3. You could write that 3 plus 2 is equal to 2 plus 3. Notice here, we're not figuring out the answer. We're just saying that whatever 3 plus 2 is, that's going to be the same thing as whatever 2 plus 3 is. We know that they both equal 5. You could even mix addition and subtraction. You could write that 6 plus 1 is the same thing, is equal to 8 minus 1. They are the same amount, the same quantity. What is 6 plus 1? Well, that's 7. What's 8 minus 1? Well, that is 7. So the equal sign does not mean just give me the answer or just, add the numbers or subtract the numbers. An equal sign is saying that what's on the left-hand side is the same amount as what's on the right-hand side. So with that in our brain, let's write some statements using equal signs, some equations you could even say, using equal signs, and figure out which of them are actually true. So if I were to write down, I won't even read it out because it might give it away. If I were to write down this, is this true? Well, the number on the left here is 18. The number on the left is 18. The number on the right is a different number. It is 81. It is 81. We swapped the 1 and the 8. They're in different places. This is a different number. This is 81. These are not equal. These are not equal. So this statement is not true. And sometimes you might even see someone do something like this. That means not equal. 18 is not equal to 81. Let's keep going. What if I were to write 9 minus 3 plus 2 minus 0 is equal to 0 plus 1 minus 1 plus 8. Is this true? Well, let's figure out what the left-hand side is. See, 9 minus 3 is 6, plus 2 is 8, minus 0 is 8. So this, if I were to compute it, that's equal to 8. And then on the right-hand side, I have 0 plus 1 minus 1. Well, 1 minus 1 is 0, so this is all going to be 8. So this is true. 8 equals 8. This is another way of writing 8. 9 minus 3 plus 2 minus 0. This is 8. And this is also 8. So once again, the equal sign is just saying that this, what we have on the left, is the same as what we have on the right. Let's do another example. Let's do 2 more examples. If I were to write this, is this true? Well, you might be tempted, hey, if I put a 1 and a 0 together, it's going to look like a 10, but this is not how we do mathematics. This is not how we add things. 1 plus 0 is just 1. So this would be the same thing as saying that 10 is equal to 1, which we know is not true. So this is not equal. This is not equal. Let's do one more. Let's say I had 7 plus 1 is equal to 3 plus 4. Is this equation true? Well, what do we have on the left? 7 plus 1 is 8. 3 plus 4 is 7. These are not the same quantity. They're not the same amount. So these are not equal. And we're done.